everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. And I just realized I did not plug in my other light. So let me plug that in. I'm gonna just wait for a few people to tune in. Say hi if you're there. Let me know who's tuning in. And I apologize, I'm a few minutes late again. I feel like I have everything ready, and then I get closer to the time and think of all these things that I didn't get done or don't have ready for it. So yay, more people watching. There we go. There we go. More light, that helps. So thank you everyone for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, it is our 12 days of crafting, and today is day 10. So we've been doing this for 10 days now. So today is day 10 for our 12 days of crafting. I'm just gonna go over here to Facebook and make sure that it gets to our group. I never can get that shared to our group in time. And it's not gonna let me. Well, if somebody can go share it to our group, I would love that. I think Rachel will be tuning in to put links. If not, I will put links to everything that I'm using. Oh, there she is. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and if we get this video shared over to our group, yay, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Again, it's our 12 days of crafting, and today is day 10. So we are working on these fun signs, like this one. This is one that I did for the mystery box, and it's got pattern in the back and then glitter HTV on top. So that's what we did for these signs. This sign is from the Dollar Tree. It is, well, it's probably right here in front of my face. I thought I had the other one to do. I may only be making one sign today. The other one we're doing is this wood sign from Hobby Lobby. It's, I know it's gonna be backwards, but it's wood pile. So it's their brand from Hobby Lobby. And I painted the edges of this one because I wanted the color on this one. So, and again, I thought I was ready, but now I can't find the sign. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So what it was a sign that just said, they had different sayings on them at the Dollar Tree, and I thought these would be perfect to reuse. Buy the cute sign at the Dollar Tree for $1 and just reuse it. So that's what we're doing here. So yay, more people tuning in. If you haven't seen any of the other ones, we've had quite a few that we've been doing. And last night we did, I get home from work and my mind is just gone. I don't remember the project we did last night. Well, if one of you remembers that. Oh, the night lights. Last night we did the night lights. These. I've done so many, and there's so many different projects sitting behind me, but last night we did the night lights. And I just see in the corner of my eye, about 10 minutes before this live started, people were asking if this changed because I layered. This is the hot, the red hot color changing, and then it's on top of another piece of vinyl. I put hot water in it probably 10 minutes before I started the live. So it does work. It's cooling down now because it's been about 15 minutes since I put the hot in, and it wasn't up to boiling. It was almost up to boiling, so it does work. This is just starting to get cooler now, and my room is kind of cold in here, so it does work. That was one of our projects from the beginning of this. Okay, so tonight we were going to be using 2 different types of pattern, and oh yeah, $1.25, that's true. Martha, Dollar Tree is now not dollar. We're going to be using the snowflakes from the November mystery box. but it's also available right now to buy for everyone. And for the second project, I'm going to be using the Christmas farm truck. And it is part of a couple different Christmas collections that we've got, which are not going to be available much longer. So take part and grab some of these cute collections. And there's one that has the truck in it that's really fun. So that's one we're going to use. We are also going to use color changing. And this color changing goes from pink to red. And I will show you at the end, once we get this done, what it looks like. But this one goes from pink to red, and it is a fun one. So that's part of what we're doing. And then I've got gold, Oracal 631, but we've also got Series 51 gold, and you can use Oracal 651 gold. I kind of like this one. It's got the little bit of a matte finish on it. So just looking at comments, let me know if you've got comments as we're going through this. Kylie, I layer both the hot change and cold change at all the time. They work great. Yeah, they're a little delayed, but they do work great. And that's what I wanted to show you. Samantha, where do you get that? Where do I get what? I'm sorry, I showed a bunch of different things. So let me know specifically where do I get the color changing vinyl? You get it right from us. Rachel will put a link in it. We've got several different colors. This one is pink to red. And we've also got the cold blue, cold pink, cold purple, a pink to purple. And then that hot one is the red hot. So it goes from red to yellow. So we've got a whole bunch of color changing. We'll get a link to that. They're fun to work with. They're really fun to work with. Lots of people put the color changing on cups. Those tumblers that people do, the Starbucks cups. I'm looking at one right now, but I don't have it behind me. Starbucks cups, things like that. They're fun to use. And I've got two other colors. I've got cold blue and cold pink here. At the end, when I show you how it changes, I'll show you what those change into as well. So let me get started on the big sign. This big sign is, again, the Hobby Lobby one. And this one, I'm going to put pattern in the background, just back here, and then put the stuff on top of it. So for that, I don't need to use a machine to cut anything out, but I do need to get my measurements. Here we go. I have an idea of how big this one is, but okay, so it's 14 inches by just under 4.5. I hope I didn't cut my board too big, or my other stuff too big. So our vinyl comes 12 inches. So the board is 14 inches. There will be a little bit of a spot that you're going to have to add a second piece. But with how busy this pattern is, that's not going to be an issue. You can either match it or just lay another piece there. And depending on what you've got going on top of it, it's not going to make a big difference. To me, I'm not going to worry about matching the snowflakes. You can if you want to. So let me get this cut. It was just under 4.5 deep. I'm going to need and then it's 14 wide, so I'm going to need a little bit extra, so let me get another piece that's a little under 4.5. And Kylie just mentioned in Facebook that she found out last night that the Red Hot works on the night lights when they get warm. I had never thought of that. That's another fun thing to try it on. If you want to try a night light and you want to try color changing, try the Red Hot. And besides the Red Hot and the cold color changing, we also have sun color changing. So it will change in the sun. that's a fun one to work with. Okay, put this away. This is just my Cricut trimmer. Works great. I use it all the time. Okay, so my piece should fit in there just like that. It's gonna be a tight squeeze. There's no need for transfer tape or anything like that for this one because I'm just gonna lay it in there. So it's just gonna be a slow and steady process that sometimes works for me and sometimes does not. We'll see how this one goes. And I'm here to do all the crafting fails for you. So we'll do this together, but I'll take the blame if something doesn't work. So I'm just going to line up those first corners. There we go. And then slowly move it across with my app tool. Hopefully it stays lined up. So far so good. And if you're just tuning in to Instagram or Facebook, we're doing our 12 days of crafting. And today's another fun wood sign that we got. One wood sign we got from Dollar Tree, and the other one is from Hobby Lobby. And this fun pattern we're using right now is snowflakes from the November mystery box. But it should be available to everyone to purchase as well. And then the other one we'll be using is the Christmas farm truck. And that one is available. We've had that one for a little while. It's a fun one, and it's also included in a Christmas collection right now. The winter collection, which those we are not going to have much longer. So if you want one of those winter collections, you've got to get that as soon as possible. Okay. So here is what it looks like so far. I still have this little piece right here. And again, if you want to match the snowflakes, it's a big enough pattern that you can match it. I am not going to worry too much about it. I'm going to get just enough so I can put it in here, and then I will show you why I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's a busy enough pattern that it'll be hard to find where that seam is at. And then I've got stuff going on top, so it's not going to be as big of a deal. See, because if you look at it from a distance, if you didn't already know where that spot was, you wouldn't realize where it was at. And then I've got stuff going over it, so it's not going to be that noticeable. But if you really wanted to match it, you could match it. So let me put this last piece in. Okay, right there. So there's our sign to start out with. I think it's fun. How many people have done this with these signs before? Use the pattern as a background for something. I would love if you would, after we're done, if you'd share what you did in our Facebook group. We would love it. Let me know if you've done something like this before with the signs. Okay, now for our color changing. I just realized I forgot to cut out part of this. So you're going to get part of it. I'm not going to be able to finish it because I forgot to cut out part of it. But I will get the rest cut out and have a picture of it later. It just dawned on me I didn't cut out the trees that go with it. I have the trees for my other projects. So this burr outside is the gold and it's going to go over this pink. And if you're just tuning in, this is color changing. So that's why it's this pink, but I figured it's going to go from pink to red, but it would be cute with this, all these different colors of the snowflakes. So get a little transfer tape on here. And I'm using our grid lined. And Martha says she's never tried anything like that, but she will with all of the pattern vinyl that she has. And I know lots of you buy the pattern but don't know what to do with it. I showed a lot of ideas last night, but I love to use it as a layering. Use it with your layering. Turn your letters into an offset and use it as the offset. Patterns are fun to work with. And we've got a whole bunch of videos on YouTube of different patterns that we've used. And several of the projects I've been doing for the 12 days use patterns. So take a look back at those. I don't remember if any of the other ones coming up. We've got 2 more after this, and they don't use pattern, but they're still fun projects without the pattern. Okay. So I'm just going to layer this gold on the color changing. And if this is the first time you've tuned in to me doing this, I kind of just eyeball it and lay it down. If you need to line it up better, there's lots of different ways to line it up better. I think it was a girl in a glue gun. She put parchment paper in between and then you layer part of it and pull that out and lay that back down. I think it was her that did that. There's lots of different ways to do it. I kind of just eyeball it and lay it down. I know that's not the best way to do it, but that's how I do it. I'm just trimming some of these edges because I know it's going to be a tight fit in the sign. So I'm just going to make it easier to put it in the sign. So all you people that said you were about ready for Christmas yesterday, are you even more ready today? Have you finished your shopping, your everything else that you needed to get done? Once again, I have not. I am far from ready. But I think I've just accepted the fact that I'm far from ready. It's just going to have to be that way this year. Kathleen on Facebook is asking, she's new to it, do I have to mirror this? This is adhesive vinyl, and adhesive vinyl you don't have to mirror. And the camera is backwards, so you are going to see it backwards, but adhesive vinyl you don't mirror. On heat transfer vinyl, you do mirror that. So on adhesive you don't, but you will see it backwards on the camera, and I do apologize for that. It's just so I can see the comments that are coming through. I don't want to miss any comments. On Instagram, not finished with my stockings, not finished with shopping, but my stockings are done. Well, Part of it's done then. That counts. Okay. I did something today with this that I should show you what I'm doing. If ever you cut too deep on the vinyl you're working with, it cuts into the backing. And when you go to peel it, it's gonna peel, I don't know how easy that's gonna be to see. It's gonna peel part of the backing, and sometimes it peels it so that the backing sticks to the vinyl. It isn't ruined, you can still use it. I was just using my weeding tool to get a piece of it started. And once you get it started, it'll peel off easier. But if you don't have the cut settings just right, it will happen to you. It'll cut into that backing, and then that backing starts to separate when you peel it off. But don't worry, it's not ruined. You can still use it, even if you peel the whole thing and realize the whole thing peeled off. Just get your weeding tool, get in between the vinyl and what's left of the backing, and peel that off, and it works just great. But that's what happens when the cut settings are just a little bit off. And that's what I did today on this color changing. I had my settings just a tiny bit too deep, and it cut into that backing. I don't know if you can see it from this side. You can see right here where it started to peel off. If you catch it at the beginning, then just slowly peel it off. It works great. If you didn't catch it at the beginning and it peeled most of it, just get that weeding tool again and kind of get underneath it, and it'll work great. Okay, now place my words on. I still have my trees that go over here, so I gotta make sure I have room for the trees. And I think this sign, because it's cold color changing, you're gonna want, well, if you want to see it change ever, you're gonna want it by a cold spot. It would be cute on your door. It would be cute. I see the fun big wreaths that people do, and then they put the little wood signs in the wreath. It would be fun like that, and put it outside, and then this would change all the time. I'm not going to put this on until I cut the rest of it, and there will be a picture posted tomorrow on our blog that has this finished, but I will show you just how far I get without that finished. So just this half of it, and then we'll go on to the other sign. Okay, make sure there's not any questions. Oh, Kathleen, you've only made t-shirts, so this is new to you. Not a problem, we're here to help. Yeah, heat transfer vinyl you do mirror, adhesive vinyl you don't. Okay. Save that over there. Now, that's what it looks like so far. And I will put the trees on as soon as I cut the vinyl out for them. So, before I move on, and before my cold source melts, I'll show you what this does. It is, I just went and got some ice before this to make it change. It's our pink to red color changing vinyl, and it's a fun one. So it'll go from pink to red when it gets cold. And where this ice is not going to be solid on it, we'll see what it does. But those of you just tuning in, this is our 12 days of crafting, and we're on day 10, so we're almost done. And today we're doing wood signs, these cute little beaded handle wood signs. This is from Dollar Tree, and this bigger one is from Hobby Lobby. I'll show you in just a minute when it gets, here we go. You can kind of see the cold now. So it's changing it to red. And I thought the pink and red on this snowflake one would be really cute. So that's the pink to red color changing. Let me put the cold source back on it. And the other two that I have here, we've got a bunch more. The other two that I brought home are cold blue, and this one changes to blue. They're very warm right now because of my computer. And then this one changes to pink. So it's got like a pink tint to it, but I'll put the ice on those. So here again is the pink to red. And I will get the last tree and the trees that go on top of it on this sign so you can see the full sign completed. I will get that done later. And let me show you what these two do. Cold blue we've had for quite a while. And the cold pink, I think, I don't know how long we've had that one. I don't remember, but we'll get that one. I'll let those cool down for a minute, sit there and cool, and start on this other sign. I don't know what that was. Okay. I don't know if that stopped. I think it did stop my live. Sorry about that. Something popped up on my phone. The thing I like about these signs, it's kind of like the signs that Jessica used last week. You can pop this out and use this. So you could either use this side that was on the sign or use the back side. So I think I'm just going to go work from the back side. And these are from the Dollar Tree. And this one, I'm going to use the cute farm trucks. This Christmas farm truck. And this is part of a Christmas bundle that we've got going right now. So get these Christmas bundles. They're under our featured section on our website. So go get these because we won't have these very much longer. We'll have this pattern, but those bundles won't be available very much longer. And I see more people tuning in. Thank you, thank you. It's our 12 days of crafting. And I'm being fancy about measuring this one and just using the little back. And I'm going to use my knife to cut it. It's that good. So we asked last night, and I would love feedback today as well. I put a post out in our group about different projects you want me to do. I think, well, 99% sure we're going to continue this on. Not every day like we've been doing, but at least twice a month. So we'll do crafting nights at least twice a month. That's what everyone said it works better, is nights. So if you would like us to do crafting night and you have any project ideas, let me know in the comments. I will add them to the list of possibilities. If you'd rather a morning one, let me know. Maybe we could do something, figure something out with that. But if these crafting nights work, let me know. And as soon as I get a couple days scheduled, you'll see them in the events calendar in Facebook. So just check the events in Facebook, and we'll try and do a blog on our site announcing them, so that if you don't have Facebook, you can come and check the blog and see what's going on. Okay, so I don't know if you saw what I did. I just cut out the shape of the square shape, and now I'm just putting on the back of this wood that was for this sign. And it may be off a tiny bit on the edges, but that doesn't matter because it's going back in this frame, so you're not going to see the edges. So the background, we're going to use the same trees. And again, it's going to get really close to the edge and cut off. I didn't have this sign at work with me when I cut these out, so it got a little big. But what we're going to put on top of it, just like this one, it has the glitter HTV on it. I did a white Oracal 631, but you could use Oracal 651 or Series 51. I'm going to do a white offset and then the red glitter HTV. So doing this part, you will need to mirror it. And I love using glitter HTV on my adhesive projects because I love the little bit of extra glitter it gives. And it's really not as hard as it may seem to do it. So I've got my little pressing board and my mini, I think this is a quilter's seam iron. It's called Steam Fast. I've also got another little Fiskars one that does great on seams that quilters use. So I think that's what type of iron this is, but it's a little teeny mini one. There's hardly anything on it, so it's really good surface. And where you're not, you don't have to worry about washing this or anything like that. Just heat it enough to get it to stick to the adhesive. You don't want it too hot because you don't want to ruin the adhesive for the other one. So just hot enough to stick it to the adhesive. And I'm just using the red glitter. So how many people have been able to tune into a lot of our other projects? I would love to hear which projects you've tuned into and which ones you like. I won't be offended if you don't like one. I just would love to hear which ones you've liked and which ones you want to see similar of, or which products you want us to use. Let me know in the comments so that we know, so I know what to do in the next projects. The first couple I had, it's been so long since I've done lives and done projects like this that it was hard to figure stuff out and hard to get ready for it, but they've been kind of fun. I like coming and doing projects with you guys, so let me know what types of things you want me to do and what types of projects you want me to do. I even think it would be fun to do, Tammy says, I love them all, but my bank account doesn't. I agree. I agree, but you need all the fun products to do all the fun projects. So I think it would be fun to do a challenge. It kind of scares me a little bit, but I think it would be fun to do a challenge. And what I mean by that is I'll get on here, get ready for one of these lives, and then you guys start telling me in the comments what you want me to make. And whatever I've got available to me, I'll try and see what I can gather together and make within that time frame. And you'll tell me which finals to use, even the type of cut files, something like that to use. I think that would be kind of fun for you guys. For me, it'll be a little challenging, but I'm up for the challenge. I think it would be kind of fun. So if you want to do something like that, I'm up for it if you guys are up for it. I think that could be one of our next ones in January. And then maybe at some point, because we can add different people into a live with us, maybe at some point we should invite some of you guys to join in with me. So we'll get some of the same similar stuff and we'll each get the challenge to do it. Okay, so now I've pressed it on there and all it took is just a few seconds, pressed it on. It's ready to go. I'm going to use just my same transfer tape. I probably could put Probably could put it on without transfer tape, but just in case, I'm just gonna use this one that I used earlier. Okay, Kylie says that she's used all of them, but she wants to see the UV change used. I would love to do that one. That one would probably need to be a daytime one, since there's, by the time we do these lives at night, there's no sunlight. So we'll have to figure something out for that. Maybe like a weekend one or something. Okay, put these little trees on. And these trees are part of a font. And I should have given Rachel what the name of that font was. And that's the same as the Burr, It's Cold Outside as a font. I will put that in the blog, in our 12 Days of Crafting blog, so that you'll have that tomorrow, along with pictures of these finished. Okay. So there's the little crazy trees. I thought these trees were cute, and then I liked it with the pattern. I probably could have done the offset a little bit smaller, so that you could see more of the background, but I still think it's cute. Samantha, will the blog be on your website? Yes, it will. And Rachel's already posted a couple of links to it. But it's on our website. If you just go to expressionsvinyl.com and under blog, it may be a couple back, but it is there. So it's just under the blog, 12 Days of Crafting. And the font will be up tomorrow with what I used on both of these projects. It's just two different fonts. It wasn't an image, it was just fonts. And then I'm just attaching the sign back. And you have a cute little finished sign with these cute little crazy trees. And I love the glitter effect that you get when you use heat transfer versus just the adhesive glitter. But the adhesive glitter would work great on this as well. So there's with the Christmas farm truck and white adhesive, and then the glitter heat transfer. And that's the same as this one. It just doesn't have an offset. It's got the snowflakes and then the emerald glitter heat transfer. And these two signs were from the Dollar Tree. So very inexpensive. Do a quick little gift with some of those. And then this one, if you're just tuning in, this one we use the color changing, and it goes from pink to red, and then it's the same. I need to finish with this one, so I will get it finished and a picture posted later. But this one is the pink to red, and then it's got the same cute little trees with it. And here is, I'll let these trees change to red while you see. Oh, I may have grabbed the purple one, but here's the blue. The blue and the, I still think that's the pink. The blue and the pink. They've just been sitting under that ice for quite a while. So these are the other two of the other color changing vinyls we've got. So we've got a couple more than this, but these are just two of them. And then this one that I've been working with, the pink to red. So that's how that one changes. The color changing vinyl is fun, and I realize it's cold outside, so these, you know, you don't always have everything cold. The red hot one is a good one right now, but these cold ones are really fun. So go out, get yourself some color changing vinyl. It is fun to work with. It works great on cups, tumblers, signs like this. If you put these signs outside, like I mentioned, on a big wreath, the big evergreen wreaths and stick this sign on it with the big bows and stuff. I've seen some cute signs done that way, or hang it on your door outside so it'll change. It's a fun one. And let me know in your comments. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. Let me know in the comments different projects you want us to do throughout the year. Somebody mentioned last night to do camping themed shirts. Kylie just mentioned using the UV. That might have to be a later in the year or a morning type project. So let me know what types of projects you want me to do. Here's a better view of the red. You can see when it warms back up, it goes back to the pink. And then the blue and pink. Color changing. So, fun ones to work with. Get yourself some color changing. Hopefully everyone has got all of their Christmas projects done. You don't have too many projects left to do. We've got 2 more days of 12 days of crafting. We may throw one surprise one in there. I don't know. I was thinking about one today, but I don't know if I'll be able to put it all together. But we've got 2 more days, and they will be, I've been waiting to do these acrylic ornaments with the rainbow, metallic rainbow color, vinyl. And the fun thing is you can see it the same on both sides. So they work great on the acrylic ones. So you don't even know which side is the right side, which side is the wrong side. And then the last one, which I'm excited about, I've been wanting to do this one. These stockings from Hobby Lobby. This is what it started out as, right here. And this is what we'll be making. And using Easy Bead adhesive and deco foil. So I'm really excited about this one. This will be a fun one. Tell me, what color of deco foil are you using this week for the stockings? This one is silver, and I think I'm going to stick to silver so that these 2 stockings match. So, if you want to try it and do the same thing, yes, silver. The deco foil, silver. We have a lot of different colors available, but I will be using silver because I like this and it kind of matches the bells that are on it. But any color will work, but I will be using the silver to go with it. And love that foil color on it. A lot of other colors would be fun, but I'm going to stick to the white and silver look to it. I kind of like that. And then Easy Bead adhesive, which is basically just the glue on Easy Bead, because it'll come and it looks just clear like this. So, Easy Bead adhesive, the deco foil. You need both of those together. So, those are the next 2 projects. I'm really excited about them. Tomorrow night is this one, and then Friday night is the stocking. So, love it if you would tune in. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for those that tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in for this entire time for our 12 days of crafting. And leave in the comments on Instagram once this posts, and on Facebook, leave it just on this live. Any type of project you want me to work on for next year. That's odd to say. So it's odd to say already, but for next year, any project you want me to work on for next year. I think we're going to do probably 2 or 3 a month of these nightly crafting things. So any project idea. And like I mentioned earlier, I would gladly, I think it sounds kind of fun to do a challenge type one where you guys just come and throw different ideas at me, and that's what we'll do. So it may take a little longer, maybe a quick one, but throw different ideas at me, different types of vinyl to use, and we'll do that. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow night. So thank you guys.